Alright. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma. Wow, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Oh, I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Oh, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey, 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 hey. I didn't see you there, Miss Sky. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh, 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 oh. You mean this, right? My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. Wow. I can't stop burping. Whoa. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? See the file, the SL9 incident files. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in here? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana! This SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as... the Joe Dark killings. The Donnie Darko killings? No, no, Lana. Don't make another horrible sequel to that movie. The first one was too good. You'll never make one good enough to live up to the hype. Anyway. Emma, wait, she ran away. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure out. You just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Alright. Criminal was Joe Dark. Serial murder was his crime. Sentence was death. Victims: Edward Jones, Neil Marshall. Damn, killed 6 people. Trial did a head prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. Witnesses: Lana Sky and Emma Sky. They were witnesses. Investigation Task Force. Executive investigators: Dave McGant, Lana Sky. Head investigator: Bruce Goodman. Investigators: Jake Marshall, Angel Starr. So they were all involved in this shit. Okay. I better take a good look at this file. I just did. To be continued. Alright. Say the fucking game, yeah, motherfucking yeah. Say that shit. Ow! Oh! Okay, sorry. Feel carried away there. Ah, yes, rubble, rubble, rubble. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Here he is, partner. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling and the wind calling out. exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In English. The day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember all right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo this time, I hit the trail. Wow. Look at the judge. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but that don't seem me complaining. Wait a minute, what do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reading. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks inside the evidence room? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Alright, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Alright, let's push him on stuff here. My job is to keep a wary eye. Let's see. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. Oh, that room's so still, even Tom dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time will come, I'd erase the tape. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you, that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. No desperados I know join the police force. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner. I ain't Google machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bot works. That's quite, incredible. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing there when the crime took place? If I remember right, I was at the street-wide saloon at the time it went down. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel Steak lunches can beat that Pollard's Vogel Sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope it's at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want a raise this year?" I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back to the west at sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. Let's go here. Alright, so now I'm gonna use the bloody fingerprints here and see what happens.